Anyone that buys something worth thousands of dollars at least is going to put some effort in researching. And if you don't have any content to back up what you say, then nobody's going to buy from you. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. My name is Jordon Barnett. I'm the founder of Video CEOs, and today I'm going to walk you through how you can double your company's revenue in the next 6 to 12 months. Now, what most people would do when they create a video like this is they will talk about something for 2 minutes just to keep you on the hook so that they can finally reveal what the big secret is. But I'm not going to do that to you because I know you're watching this video because you really want to increase your company's revenue. And so I'm just going to tell you exactly what you need to do in order to double your revenue. And that is based on my own personal perspective and experience of building 2 companies. The first one that I built, I managed to scale up to 6 figures per year in revenue without spending any money on it to get started. I hired a few staff, but unfortunately the economy changed and the service structure changed and things like that. And so I basically had to transform my company into a new one, which is now called Video CEOs. And I've now scaled that right through to multiple 6 figures per year in revenue. Now, the reason why the first company failed is because I didn't create enough content. And that really is a big secret. It's all about creating as much content as possible, because when your potential customers come in contact with you and your sales team, the very first thing that they are ever going to do is do some research on you and your business. They want to find out if you are actually who you say you are. They want to find out if your product or your service is actually able to do the thing that you say it can do, if it's going to help them, if it's going to solve their problem. And so the best way for them to do that is to do some Googling. You yourself, before you've ever bought a product or a service, have Googled about that product or that service. You've looked at reviews, you've looked at testimonials, case studies, you've done some research to figure out if you can solve the problem yourself. You've done some research to figure out if there's other solutions out there that might be better. Perhaps you've looked at some companies, they all offer the same product or the same service, and you need to figure out which company is going to actually get you the result. Now, it depends whether you're buying a product or a service, of course, but hopefully you understand my point here. Anyone that buys something worth thousands of dollars at least is going to put some effort in researching. And if you don't have any content to back up what you say, then nobody's going to buy from you. In fact, even worse, if you reach out to someone with a solution to a problem that they have before they've done any research, and you don't have any content that will show up when they're doing that research, they're most likely going to find content from one of your competitors. They'll read heaps and heaps of information from your competitors. They'll consume videos from your competitors, and then they'll eventually get so much information from your competitors that they will buy from your competitors instead of you. And so you don't want to be in that position. You want to be in a position where you have content across every part of the buyer journey, whether that's on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook. It doesn't really matter to me. It matters to your potential customer because you have to figure out where they're going to do that research. You can't just rely on creating a Google ad either, because even if they Google something related to your product or to your service, those people are typically going to see the ads pop up and they're going to ignore them. A lot of people actually do ignore sponsored Google ads, depending of course on what they're looking for. So the best way for you to double your company's revenue this year is to start creating more content. And I know this because when I didn't create content for my first company, it failed. I mean, that's a little bit of an overstatement. I did very well, the economy did change, but if I had have built an audience for the company or an audience for my personal brand, I would have been able to grow it to a much bigger company than it originally was. I would have been able to do it faster. And when the economy changed, I would have been able to change my business quicker and get it to a level that my previous company was at even faster. And that all comes down to having an audience, and you get an audience by creating content. So if you want to double your company's revenue this year, that is the very first thing that I would recommend that you do. Create more video content because it's high leverage, but you can also create blogs or LinkedIn articles or anything that resonates with you personally. I'm always going to be a little bit biased when it comes to creating content, because my company creates video content. And the reason why we create video content is because it works so well. You can create one video. It could be a vertical video, for example, that you place on Instagram as a reel. That same video can then be run as an ad on Instagram. You can just boost it and you can get that ad or that reel in front of tens of thousands of people who are your target audience. And so all you actually had to do was create one video, and now you can run it as an ad and you can put it in different places. Because it's vertical, you can also put that same video on YouTube. You can also put that same video on TikTok because they all use vertical videos. Creating video content is the highest leverage activity you can do when it comes to creating content. The only problem with that is that you actually have to be on camera most of the time, or at least that's what people think. And so because you think you have to be on camera, it means that you have to think about what your background's going to look like, what you're wearing, what you look like, do you present well on camera? And then once you've actually created the video, is it going to be entertaining? Are you a good presenter? Should you edit it? How much should you edit it? All these things are going to cloud your mind. And so for that reason, a lot of people actually don't create video content. They think it's easier to write. So they'll write LinkedIn articles or they'll write blogs. But let's be honest, how many blogs have you seen go viral? I haven't seen any. I'd like to know of some in the comments below if you have any examples, because I've been asking for a long time and haven't found any at all. But with videos, you could make one today, upload it tomorrow, that video could go viral. I made a video not long ago over the Christmas break about the Philippines. In the first few days, that video hit 25,000 views. At the time of me recording this video, it's at 50,000 views. That particular video wasn't scripted, there's no editing, the audio quality is terrible, and still, that video has managed to get me in front of more people than I've been able to get in front of by posting on LinkedIn every day. And that video took me about 10 or 15 minutes to make. Now imagine for a second, if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, you're a marketer working in a company, and you were to create a video every day and put it on YouTube, a long form video just like this one. And you did that for 365 days. Is it so far-fetched to think that you might actually be able to get some customers from that? Is it crazy to think that you might be able to get a lot of views, subscribers, leads, sales from 365 YouTube videos that are recorded with the intention of getting your target customers to watch so that they buy from you? If you're anything like me, then you know that that is something worth doing because it's a high leverage activity. Sure, you could probably make 365 blog articles in the next 2 or 3 weeks because they're quite easy to make. And yes, you might get some SEO out of it. And I'm certainly not saying not to create blog articles or LinkedIn articles and to ignore everything else and just make videos. But the fact is that there's people getting rich off YouTube. Normal, everyday, average people create videos and they just stick to that, they're consistent with it, and suddenly they're making money. So if they can do it, you can do it too. And your business can profit from it. And now that you've got AI, you can create video content really easily, you can do it very quickly, and you can do the same with your blog articles, your LinkedIn articles, your Twitter posts, your Instagram images, whatever it is that you want to do that aligns with your company in terms of content, you can do it very easily with AI. Now, if you've watched videos like this in the past, you probably have heard of people talking about email marketing or running ads. Now, although those two strategies or those two methods are equally as good as creating content, the problem with only doing those things and not having any content to back you up goes back to what I was saying originally at the beginning of this video, which is that when someone receives an email from you, the first thing they're going to do is research you and your business. If you DM someone, they're going to research you and your business. If they see an ad, yes, they might click on it, visit your website, but then they're going to research you and your business. And so if you have no content to back anything up, they're probably going to go and buy from someone else, or they're going to assume that you're not trustworthy and ignore the rest of your outreach efforts. This is why a lot of B2B companies have a long sales cycle. What you want to do when creating content is create the right pieces of content that shows up at the right stages of the buyer journey so that you can shorten down that sales cycle. It essentially means that when someone reaches out to you to buy, they've already consumed all of your content over the last 6 or 12 months, and now they're ready to go. So you've been removed from the sales cycle. It's been happening without you even realizing it. And when they're ready to go, they're down to pull the trigger. And that's the perfect position for you to be in, because it means that you can just focus on the effort or the process of creating good content that actually helps your potential customers, and you just wait for the money to come in. Now, of course, you would know as a business owner that it's not as easy as that. And full transparency, if you only create content and you don't have a sales team behind you and you don't have some of the other sales infrastructure in place, then of course, you're probably going to be wasting your time. But for sure, even if you just created content for the next 365 days and you didn't do anything else except just create content, I'm very confident that you're going to get inbound opportunities. People are going to come to you directly. They're going to book calls, they're going to email you. I know this because it's already happening with me, and I've only got 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel at the time of this video. And I know for a fact that if I was able to increase that to about 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, that the money's just going to be rolling in. So for me, my goal is to build my YouTube channel because it's the highest leverage activity when it comes to content. And I truly believe that if you focus on creating a YouTube channel yourself, whether it's for your personal brand or for your business, it's going to be profitable for you in the long run. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that if they create a few videos and they do it for a month, all of a sudden their world's going to change and they're going to get some results and income. I get a lot of people booking calls with me and they ask me how long will it take to get results? The answer to that question is that it depends. It depends how good your videos are, it depends on your target audience, it depends on your offer, it depends on how consistent you are. But I guarantee, if you start creating content today and you just create content for the entire existence that your company is operating. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that you will be able to increase your revenue 10x. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm biased because my company creates video content. If you're the type of person that doesn't have the time to create video content, or you just don't like presenting on camera, that's okay. Most people are like you. That's why we've created a process where we can create video content for you that looks and sounds like you so that you can build trust with your audience without actually having to be on camera yourself. You don't have to do any work. All you have to do is click the links in the description below this video and speak to me and my team, and I can explain a little bit about how we do things. But in saying that, if you want to do all of this yourself, you're perfectly capable of doing it, I'm sure. I've got a lot of content on this channel, so make sure if you enjoyed this video, you like it, you subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one.